Hey everybody, JT Meyer here. Hey, I'm sitting here working under a Volkswagen van, and there was a little oil leak. I've been noticing a puddle on the ground, just a really small puddle. And I took the belly pan off, and I'll show you what I found here. There is a little dent. I've cleaned it a little bit already. And just, I mean, a tiny little hole there. Oh, let's see. You can't even hardly see the hole. Let me wipe it off. I lost it. There we go. I mean, a tiny hole. So what I'm going to try to do is patch this baby without draining the oil. I believe even if I drain the oil, there may be, it's just about level right here. You might have a slight slope, but it'd take a long time for that to drain all the oil off of that little spot right there, unless I went ahead and took the pan off, or yeah, the oil pan, and I'm not really looking into doing all that. Looks like somebody may have messed with it before, I don't know. But anyway, what I'm going to try to do, get a little bit of this JB WELD. Let's see, on the, they don't say it on that tube, but it said it's good for gas tanks and all that. So we're going to try to just see if we can't mix a little bit of it and stuff it in there, shove it in there real tight, and it may just clog that hole before it'll start seeping back through there. I think if I just shoved a little bit in that hole real tight and then, you know, make a little knob around it, puddle or what have you, I believe we might be able to fix that hole there. So, see if I can set this somewhere where we can see what we're doing here. Now, I don't know if you can see this, because I've set it so I can't tell what's going on. I've got this, and I used a little bit of it yesterday on a different project, working on a dirt bike. But if you ever get a new bottle of this, or new can of this stuff, you want to cut the end off because it's not fresh and it's a little bit hardened. But in this case, I'm just going to cut me about, I don't know, about ½ inch off of it. You want to mix it up real good. Knead it together real good. Kind of annoying working with gloves, but I don't like to get stuff all over my hands. I believe I'll take one glove off when I get it ready and mixed and put it on with that hand, because it's a lot easier to apply without this big glove on. You can tell, if you look at that, it's two-part. I don't know if it's going to focus on that or not, but it's got the gray around the outside and then the black in the inside. Once you mix it up, it turns to a nice putty, mostly black putty there. You want to mix it real good. You'll start to feel it get hot. Make sure it gets real good and mixed. Knead it in there real good. I got these glasses on mostly just because if I touch something up there, you know, knock something, it's going to end up dropping dust and junk on me, and I don't like that in my eyes. So, all right, we're getting real close here. I can feel it start to get warm just a little bit. I believe it's a 5-minute steel stick, so you don't have too long to work with it, but you want to mix it. Make sure it's well mixed or it won't work right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take this off. Okay, I want to make sure that's real clean. take some brake cleaner. Oh, let's see. I have a hard time watching where I'm going. All right, let's clean it off there. Take some brake cleaner and shoot it up real nice. Get it all dry again. Okay, that steel stick, little knob I've got there, shove it real tight up in there. See if I can't get it up in that crack. I like to shove it around there, kind of seal around it a good bit. It sure feels like it's gonna do the job, I mean. If it don't, I mean, I know it'll work if I take that pan off, do it from the inside and the outside. That won't be a problem at all. Maybe even if I just took that pan off and let it dry out, let it drip. You know, if I took the plug out, let all the oil out and let it drip long enough, it might dry out. But I'm just hoping, since that was such a small hole, that would you know, push a little bit enough in that hole, because there's not any pressure besides what oil is trying to seep out there. So I like to make sure I get all the edges down real tight, squish them up in there. Like I said, I've noticed an oil leak, but it's just been really small, just a little puddle sitting there, and it was draining right down this and dripping into there. I believe that's probably going to do it. It's kind of make it shiny if you want to. You know, if you run your finger over it like that. Let's see. Looks pretty good. If I was a criminal, they'd catch me for all these fingerprints on there, you know. But thankfully, I'm not a criminal. I believe that's gonna work, guys. I'll let you know if that don't, but if you don't hear back from me, that's a wrap right there, and I think that's gonna work good. So that, my friends, steel stick from JB WELD. Pick that up almost anywhere. Hardware store, Walmart. Probably even get that from a dollar store. Mix it together, in case we couldn't see that earlier. See how that's black on the inside and gray on the outside. Knead it together real good. Cut you off a nice clean piece. Knead it together real good, and I believe you can fix just about anything with that. It does turn real hard. You want to make sure to get your surface real nice and clean. I had a wire brush I went over it first, get all the grease or grime off. Then I went over it with some 220 grit sandpaper. And then we cleaned it up real nice with some brake cleaner and paper towel. So I believe we got it pretty good on there. Well, that's all for now, folks. If you like this video, drop me a comment below, leave me a like, make sure you subscribe, I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.